Oh, hello there. Welcome back to this new segment of Geeks and Degenerates. It's called a G&D discussion. It's a placeholder for now. We'll come up with something cooler later. As always, I'm joined by the Gundam builder extraordinaire, Jomar.
I'm gonna get my gun to wait.
Oh my god.
Uh,
It can't be seen.
our resident shit talker, one of our resident shit talkers, Edwin. What's up, man? And the most sensible,
Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
and the most sensible mind and Geeks and Degenerates,
Am I hip and cool?
Nina. Sure. So,
No?
Nothing. He did a dab and he's like, am I hip and cool? I was like,
Am I with it? Am I fresh?
I'm in touch with the kids.
so
Anyway, carry on.
as you've seen with the
I
title,
love the young people. Okay, sorry.
so as you've seen in the title, we're talking about why reboots and remakes of movies are 50-50 for the most part, and we'll start with the bad first, and maybe we'll touch on some of the good.
Alright.
So, the most recent bad reboot that comes to mind is the new Mortal Kombat movie, where
Oh.
Wait, I forgot what a review was for this. I don't know if we gave it like a high score or
we
not.
didn't. We gave it like
We
average
didn't.
scores.
We didn't. Okay.
Yeah, it was painfully average.
Yeah.
Okay, because I did rewatch it a bit and I'm like ready to shit on it again.
I can't believe the 90s one kind of has more spirit than this one, because this
Yeah,
one feels
I
very by the
agree.
numbers. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it so boring?
I'll give it to the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
Like, they knew that shit was dumb, and they just rolled with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like objectively, the movie is shit, but they had fun with it. So at the end of the day, it's still better than what we got here.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I swear, like in the old one, they didn't even know how to use flawless victory or fatality. And the new one, they kind of did, but I'm like, who the fuck is Cole?
Yeah.
Who gives a
Fuck,
shit
Cole
about
Young.
Cole, bro?
Who gives a fuck? It's like, just give me a Scorpion Sub-Zero movie. Why are we doing this again?
Or like, if you're gonna tease Johnny Cage, just give us Johnny Cage. Make him the protagonist of the movie, like the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be lazy, like
Like I don't know. I just want to see him like do the split punch, the split groin punch again on Goro. But that's all I'm asking for. Come on, Mortal Kombat.
And
But the fight scenes between Sub-Zero and Scorpion are geese. They're geese.
yeah. Everyone else's fight scenes are shit. Like, if you're not gonna make it great or have great intentions, why reboot it? Reboot it. That's the running theme of this video. Like, why? Just why?
I don't understand either, man. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, there's a lot of dumb shit in the original. Like, Scorpion's spike thing was alive. Sub-Zero died like a bitch from a bucket. Wait, did he die from a bucket? I don't remember.
He froze himself.
Okay. Goro wasn't much of a threat. You just had to push him and keep him off balance. Like, but still, this one had more heart. I will say Kano was way funnier here in the newer one.
Yeah.
true. But
Kano was way
counterpoint, the first one had Christopher Lambert.
I'm sorry.
And you know,
I'm sorry.
before we move on, the 90s Shang Tsung had more character than this one. It's like, are you kidding me? The guy from The Dark Knight is bland as fuck. It's like, what's wrong with you?
Well, what was up with this crush? Sorry, not crutch. Crush with what's the name of the winged girl?
I don't even fucking know, bro.
Anyways, Nina,
Sorry.
when it comes to bad reboots, what comes to your mind?
Yeah.
The most recent one, funnily enough, when you said the most recent one, the one that came to my head that I thought of was the next Cinderella movie by Amazon with Miss Camilla Cabello and
I skipped that
Wait,
one.
wait, was this the one with the whatchamacallit, the guy from Game of Thrones?
No, that's the Disney one.
That's the Disney one.
Okay.
That's Disney's one.
I missed this one.
Amazon's
So-
one. Wait, was it
what?
Amazon? It was,
Yeah.
or was it Hulu?
Amazon.
Okay, what was in it though?
Amazon.
It was just. It had Idina Menzel. Actually, Enzo, when you mentioned Idina Menzel, I thought you were gonna talk about this.
I skipped this one. It's like I saw the trailer. I was like, I don't.
Yeah,
care.
I know. I the thought that I was just kind of like, ooh, like watching it. I was thinking like, ooh, this
Swing
is
and a miss.
it's really painful to watch, especially when you like. Holy Lord! Like so many people might come for me when I say that. As good of a singer as Camilla Cabello is, when you do a musical movie, pop stars don't always do good in musical movies. There's a reason they're musicals and there are pop singers, and I just kind of like the spirit wasn't even there. I mean, like I don't know what they were going for other than a cash grab. But there's this point that I like to say when it comes to remakes is that as long as the spirit is there of the original, whatever original they're basing it off of, then that's, as long as there's respect for the original, that's fine, Like, okay, I don't expect it to be great, whatever, but Jesus Christ, it was a really difficult movie to watch. And that's hard for me to say, it's a really difficult movie.
I don't think it's necessarily like respect for the original, much as it is respect for why people love the original.
Yeah,
if that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
You watched it then?
What? No, I didn't watch it. I am exclusively skipping all Disney live action adaptations.
It isn't a Disney movie. It's just it's an Amazon movie.
Okay, yeah,
Disney
fair,
character.
Disney.
No,
It's not a Disney character.
Well, yeah, like Cinderella isn't even like originally a Disney character. Right?
Yeah, we just associate it with Disney because the original was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can that really be counted as a reboot then, though?
I mean, in a way, it's a remake.
Yeah. Well, this discussion is reboots and remakes.
Yeah.
I guess it counts.
But it's an original story being redone in a modern So that's
Wait
what
a minute. Is it set in like modern
No,
day?
it's not modern day. It's
Oh,
not.
okay,
It's
I was
modern,
like,
but I mean
what is this
modernized.
bullshittery?
when I say it means modernized, like I mean like it's for modern audiences, like current like our generation.
Yeah. So
or what of
wouldn't
it.
that be like an adaptation of the original story more than it would be like a reboot or a remake? Because stop me if I'm wrong, but like, did we ever get the original Cinderella story like as a movie?
Like a live action movie?
Live action, animated, whatever. Like that's not the Disney one because the Disney one's like a completely different thing.
To my knowledge, I think this is the first one in a while that's not Disneyfied.
There's like a lot though. There's like the not Hillary Duff. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a Hillary Duff one. My knowledge of
Is that the one
like
where she goes to
TDU.
Spain?
No, that was Lizzie McGuire.
That's Lizzie McGuire, bro.
This is what dreams are made of.
Actually, yeah, Lizzie McGuire is just Cinderella, but in Spain.
In Spain.
What's up with Spain for a while? Cheetah Girls also went to Spain.
Cheetah Girls as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Barcelona. They like to roll their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe it is an adaptation
No.
to whatever original is.
Um,
Yeah.
I saw the trailer and I saw Pierce Brosnan, and it's like I don't want to take the chances that he sings again.
I don't want to take the chances. That's so
You
mean.
had enough for Mamma Mia.
Yeah, I was like, no, thank you. Edwin, with
I didn't
bad
mean-
reboots, what comes to mind?
Oh fuck. Where do I start? The new Predator movie.
Oh
Which,
god!
wait, okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
I don't know if I should count that new one. Wait, are you talking about 2010 or the 2007,
18.
18 one?
Whatever the newest one came out.
Keegan Michael Key. Because that one's horrible in every
Christopher
way.
Lambert was there too.
Hey, Christopher Lambert was there too! Chris, what are you doing? Christopher Lambert, what are you doing?
Like, you haven't seen him in anything in so long, and then he comes up in Predators, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
And he's this war vet who has
That-
like Tourette's.
That's not Christopher Lambert though. That's the.
Is this
that's,
not
that's
the
Thomas-
Predator? Is this the 2018 one?
Yeah, that's Thomas
Yeah.
Jane, the Punisher.
Oh, they kind of look alike. Not gonna lie. No, look it up. You got a point there, Enzo. Thank you for correcting me.
But yeah, that movie was awful. Like that scene in the elevator where they're trying to get
I don't want to talk about it.
scene where they're trying to adopt Marvel's humor. It's like, just stop. Please stop trying to be funny. You're not Marvel. Stop trying to copy its humor. God, that movie was awful. Like,
Yeah, no, like, made me want to rip my fucking eyes out.
yeah.
And just remember that one scientist who like programmed the Predator railgun to his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he just turns his head. The gun points at him and blows his head off. I was like, what was the build-up? Like the entire movie,
I
he's just
can-
building up like as the smartest guy in the movie.
I didn't even
And he
know
does
he
that dumb
died
shit.
at that point. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Like really, you couldn't put in a safety mechanism where it won't point at your head. Smart ass. Oh,
Dumb reboot shit, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Like, my thing is, like, the original movie, like, knew what it was. It was like a cheesy 80s action flick. And, like, they tried bringing that over to modern audiences, and it just didn't translate well, man. Like,
No, I didn't.
yeah, and, like, it just, like, kind of missed, the fun that was in the original. And, like, they tried too hard to, like, I guess to get in the with the audiences, I guess. Like you said, Jomar, with doing the whole weird the MCU shit.
That was Enzo.
Oh, Enzo, sorry.
Hey,
That's my
Mr.
bad. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That Chris. I'm sorry, Kevin Hart. But no, like I see what you mean though. They were trying too hard to be funny. Like they took out the fun for trying to be too fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you would
And-
think the director, since he was in the first Predator, would get why the first one worked. It's like, it's mind-boggling how Shane Black messed this up so badly. I kind of hope he stays away from pop culture things like this and the MCU, because he did Iron Man 3 as well. So it's like, just stop messing with our favorite properties, please.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Kind of
come
cringe,
on.
bro.
Kinda
Kind of
cringe,
cringe,
bro.
bro.
Making Iron Man 3, making a lot of money, kind of cringe, bro.
Oh my god. But yeah, I wanted to leave actually, but like, I already paid money. It's like, I don't want to waste money. I'll just sit through this dog shit.
To be
Your
honest,
time is also money, you know that.
time is also
Yeah,
money.
Your time is also
That's
money.
true, that's
So
true.
like honestly,
That's true.
you can always pay for another movie, but you'll never get back those hours that you spent in that fucking movie. So good luck. So imagine living your life knowing that you finished the movie.
Well,
not gonna lie. First time watching this movie caught me really off guard. That I found this movie hilarious that I got to sit through it. Like, I want to see what's the stupidest thing ever. And it's just watching this movie. And it was the funniest comedy I've ever seen. like
God.
in a meta standpoint, not them purposefully trying to do it.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like, oh, what was going through this director's mind surprises me.
yeah, it's like, you're in the first Predator. You should know why this works. Why don't you?
Bro, he was the first one to die. What'd you expect?
Whatever.
That's true. That's true. He was also the first to die.
Can't get used to it or whatever.
Uh,
It's fairly gory.
yeah.
Like the first,
Yeah,
first
but it-
Predator.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's like 80s gory, right? It's not like
Oh yeah.
No, this is like hard R gory. Like you see skin.
yeah,
people.
but like you know, like 80s gory though is a different,
Yeah.
like,
I find
you know, the
80s
older.
I think I find 80s gore a little bit disgusting than today's gore.
Really now.
Everyone's
I don't know.
faces are kinda like,
I don't know. It was so practical back then, though. It was kind of like, oh, it's actually there. Ugh.
You mean when like he ripped the spine out of the I forgot what.
Back in my day, they actually ripped people's spines out. Now they just do it with CG.
They dug up somebody's grave and took their spine for the movie.
No, they just killed the actors on set. Like dead ass executed them on the spot.
God.
Fuck up. What do you mean real?
No, I mean, of course they didn't use fucking real. I mean, like,
More use of practical effects. That's not what you mean.
practical effects, yes. Go on, fuck you, Edwin. Leave me alone. It's real.
Yeah, I remember. I was on set and they just took the guy out to the back and just shot him in the head. Looked great on camera.
They got an actual alien.
Anyway, Jomer, how about you?
Patronize me.
Yeah.
Huh?
How about you, Jomer? Any reboots? They're bad.
Shit. I want to talk about one that's kind of close to my heart, which is the Willy Wonka one.
Oh,
And-
no, see I got scared watching that as a child.
Which one? Johnny
Both.
Depp's or okay?
Both scared me as a child. I don't know why people were really into it. I was so scared watching it. Did you watch it in school?
No, my mom had the DVD of it.
Oh, okay, because I feel like
Yeah.
we watched it in school at one point or something.
I think we did. But yeah, I don't like that movie either. Like, why?
I don't like the movie. I just got scared of it as a child. It was really terrifying.
Because I watched Gene Wilder's
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate
That is
Factory.
amazing.
When
Wait,
yeah,
was it
when I was like
was it Charlie
6?
or was it Willy Wonka?
Willy Wonka, the Charlie Factory, sorry, the Chocolate Factory.
Willy chocolate in the Wonka factory.
Oh, so wait, sorry. So just for my reference, and maybe the audience for those who may not be completely familiar. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the first one.
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate
and the
Factory
Chocolate
is the Johnny Depp one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Because you were like, I was like, wait. You said Gene Wilder's was Charlie, and I was like, wait.
I'm sorry, they have the same. There's a CH, there's chocolate, there's Charlie.
Well, one says who's the real star is in the original. It's Willy Wonka. But Gene Wilder's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
everything about that character is great. The fact that he kind of, when you first see him, he's in the cane, he's walking like an old man, and he just rolls. And you're like, oh, from the get-go, it's like, what he's saying is kind of not true most of the time. This guy's
Yeah.
setting it up like, we can't really trust what he's saying.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
when he already pointed out, like he comes out of the factory, the Charlie factory, with a limp.
Charlie.
The Charlie factory.
I did that on purpose. Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Yeah,
and he does a flip. You know, like, oh, there we go. We can't really trust this guy. Who are you?
Yeah.
Wow, when someone does a flip, we can't trust them.
Yeah. Plus back in the original Gene with Gene Wilder, they actually killed the children.
Exactly. They committed.
They committed to
Like-
killing the children.
Like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka. He's just a guy with a man-child with daddy issues.
Inspired
this one's
by
an
Michael
actual
Jackson.
psychopath.
Yeah. Yeah. He actually just executed the children on set.
I'm like, damn. You
Yeah,
like
because it was all real back then. It was all real back then.
This is the boomer mentality movie. Like, you know those like grim fairy tale, like life lesson stories that are meant for children,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
have like really
Yeah,
dark
they'll kill you,
endings.
they'll kill you, and they'll
Yeah.
kill you if you don't listen to your parents. And
Oh,
I'm just like,
it's not cold. You'll get beheaded by Santa Claus. It's
But yeah,
kids' jungle gyms were like
Ho, ho,
30
ho.
feet tall.
I think Johnny Depp was like, I was inspired by Michael Jackson. You're like, it shows. It definitely shows. Nothing really. It feels like a by the numbers movie at this point. With Tim Burton
yeah.
one. Like, he wasn't really allowed to use his. Or give most of his, Tim Burton-ness in this one. This is like could have been directed by anyone, to be honest.
It's one of the less bad reboots though in this list, I'd say.
Yeah, I get that too.
Like it was like the other reboots we've talked about so far, like pretty fucking dog, but like this one was like.
Okay, like say if I'm a kid who was born in like 2008, and I saw this movie when I was like 3 or 4, like I would get the message, I get the stuff that you're trying to say, and like they get the message through properly, not like the other movies we've discussed where it's kind of like, yeah, as Edwin said, dog shit. And I don't know, like Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka is like up here, while Johnny Depp's like kind of low, very low. Just come on, like they don't even put in the tunnel scene where there's like a close up of a dragonfly's face, and then there's like maggots everywhere. I'm like, you just commit to the psychopath that that owns this fucking company.
That's true. That's true. For a movie made by Tim Burton,
Exactly.
it was pretty tame.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing that's Tim Burton is the outside that has snow and gray buildings. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there have been a series of remakes that unanimously have been agreed upon that they're not great. There's all the live action Disney remakes. So, the worst being for me is the fucking Lion King one, where it's like
I don't think that counts as live action.
whatever they say it's live action.
It's not as animated as the two. It's not a 2D animation.
It's just as good as the old movies. They used real lions.
Yeah,
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like you see the end credits of the list of people who've gone and passed. Here's Amy Williams from 1998 to 2000, whenever this movie was made.
Yeah, she got fucking munched.
But yeah, the 2019 Lion King, you're like, my god, you just traced the original movie. You shouldn't even be called directed by blank and blank. Because it's the same fucking movie over again, just with better graphics.
I mean, because like the thing with like the Disney remakes is that, I mean, it's obvious to everybody that they're not really doing it because like they want to. They're doing it just so they can keep fucking copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over
They also
over
make
the
bank
IPs.
with them. They make bank with them for what it's worth.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of money that
there
gets
was-
generated.
Nostalgia,
yeah, I
is
mean,
a
there's-
powerful
They
drug.
haven't watched these yet, I guess.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, there's a reason Disney's one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world right now, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like-
So
like most people like will gobble that shit up. But I mean, like quality of the movies aside, yeah, they're literally just there for Disney to be able to keep the IP.
Yeah. Ouch.
I don't know, what do you guys? What do you think is the worst of the Disney remakes?
The worst.
I have to think about them because I didn't watch a lot of them.
I didn't
honestly.
watch a lot of them either.
I didn't really watch any of them.
Yeah, but for
Because
me,
I didn't feel like watching a movie that I already knew the story of, so I was kind of just like,
I want to say Aladdin, but then Will Smith was there and he kind of carried the movie on his shoulders.
Yeah, he was the only really good one from that movie. Like him and Princess Jasmine were fine, but Aladdin and Jafar were just bland as fuck. Like, I understand
Yeah.
why.
I actually kind of liked Maleficent though.
oh, I enjoyed.
Oh,
that.
Maleficent was, I think, would be the best
Yeah.
from all the remakes.
Yeah, but sorry, that wasn't your question because
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
that's not the question.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
sorry.
I haven't seen that in years though, so I can't really add on to anything.
I mean, it's
I
pretty
like
good,
the-
actually, in my opinion.
Okay.
Angelina Jolie does a good job of it. I don't know what's her name. It's off the top. It's
Oh.
off her name.
Elle Fanning?
Elle Fanning. There you go.
Girl from Super 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worst reboot. They're probably. Fuck. They're all kind of dog to me, man.
Yeah, to a
Even-
certain extent,
I
they're
don't
not
know what to tell you.
enjoyable.
Beauty and the Beast was like copy paste but boring, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Oh, I know what the worst. I know what the worst one was. Mulan.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Ooh.
Mulan, fucking absolute fucking dog. Like, where the fuck wrote the live action adaptation for Mulan? Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow. Fucking.
Thing is that like, and besides literally majority of the controversies around this movie aside, where was the spirit of Mulan? Where was the?
Exactly. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to point out about this
Bro,
movie.
where was Mushu? Where was the music? Like,
Yeah. No, because I gotta say, like, you have a magical godmother who turns into a phoenix. You can't have a dragon that has like Eddie Murphy's voice. At least.
yeah, how do you say you're going for a more realistic story and then make a movie about magic when the original movie didn't even have any fucking magic?
Didn't even have
magic.
magic.
Yeah, it was mostly like family spirits, and that's based in like, and it's very, very, very loosely based in some form of Chinese like what do you call it?
superstition?
It's not superstition and like belief. There you go, belief.
belief.
You know, mysticism, stuff like that, right? Like it's incredibly loosely based, but there's still some form of truth to it. That
Yeah.
whole thing is a.
Also, one thing was missing from this movie, and I gotta say, I fell asleep through it a lot,
Oh my god.
is that right off the bat, Mulan's already good.
She's perfect.
She's perfect from the start. Not at the not in the original one where she had to build it up and prove herself. So there was no hill climb up. She was already at the top. She just had to show it.
And that's boring as fuck.
And that's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. That's another topic.
Wait, what? I didn't even
I saw
hear
what I
that.
said.
I just heard coughing.
I just heard coughing as well. We'll keep it at that.
Yeah.
Ray.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Ray.
Anyway.
Still love you, Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daisy, I love you, but Ray.
Yeah.
Uh,
But plus, we don't get that one song about like raging water and moon and.
be a man. Is that hard to remember?
Get
What? I'll make a man out of you, you animals!
Sorry. No, I forgot to think, John. Why do you make me forget?
Fucking animals!
Dude, my brain
Waiting,
farted.
I was
I was
already
like,
gonna-
there was a raging fire. Dark side of the moon.
Must be stripped as crossing level with all the force of
Okay.
great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Fucking animal.
Sorry to all the people who are wearing earphones for that one. Well, yeah, there's that movie. I'm sorry, Edwin. I'm sorry.
I did, for this video, I did rewatch Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh shit, I didn't.
It's not,
I couldn't catch up.
it's not as bad as I remember it being. There's,
Really?
yeah, I mean, it's not kind of bland, but like, for me, Leslie Jones is kind of the funniest part of the movie, which is not saying that much.
Agreed. Like she was like the quiet type. I remember watching this like a long time ago, but then again, fell asleep through it. Excuse me.
But yeah, she's the only good part for me, and like, the rest aren't funny in a movie filled with comedians. You're like, wow, this is really amazing that you have accomplished this.
Yeah, you made like a bunch of funny women not funny. Because the women in the I've seen a lot of the movies where the women were in, like the actresses were in, they do
Yeah.
really well in their movies. They're funny.
Yeah,
But
I
to
don't
make
know.
a movie like that, like it's incredible that somehow you couldn't catch. Like you have really good people that can time their jokes well enough, but you couldn't. You couldn't with this, really? Okay, it's fine. Whatever. I didn't expect much out of it. Although, interestingly enough, there is a new Ghostbusters coming out.
That's true with Paul Rudd.
And with Paul Rudd, with the girl
Boys from
Stranger
from
Things.
Shazam.
Stranger
How was it?
Things.
I sucks.
Schindler Things.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm confusing the kids. All of the child actors in my head are getting confused.
Jomar, for a second, I thought you were gonna say Boys to Men. Imagine you're trying to catch a ghost and you're just like, I'll make love to you.
And instead of like the gear, they're just in like white suits.
Yeah, and then the camera's just like
Coming out.
smeared with Vaseline.
Oh god. Though I think the worst member of that cast was Kate McKinnon, because like I don't think she knew what movie she was in. 'Cause she's-
Really?
Yeah. She's so fucking overacting all the time, just screaming at the top of her lungs. Like, why are you yelling? Why are you acting? Why are you like this?
Mm.
And I gotta say, I wonder how much money they spent on Chris Hemsworth to be the dumb blonde in this movie.
The himbo.
The himbo.
The himbo.
Oh, like, oh. Yeah, I mean, the secretary wasn't like that in the original movie.
No.
She wasn't like that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What you trying to say, Ghostbusters?
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver wasn't like that. How dare you?
Yeah.
Another movie with a female lead cast is, Ocean's 8. Wow, what a snooze fest. Holy
The
shit.
only when I watched that movie, it was very average. But the only reason I gave it an average review is because I think people who have watched videos where I'm in know that if I like the actors or the actresses, it immediately bumps up the score. No matter how bad it goes, it bumps up the score. So if I give it an average, objectively, in my opinion, it's below average.
Okay. So wait, who was your favorite favorite actress?
I loved a lot of them. The thing is, it's the majority, if not like all of the women in that cast, I enjoyed. I love it all.
And it still got an average, which says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you did not give me 8 wonderful women to look at in the movie and enjoy them interacting with each other, other than that, what else was there to watch, really?
All I remember was Sandra Bullock's character. What was the name of the other actress?
Kate Blanchett.
There's
Kate
many.
Blanchett's
Kate
character,
Blanchett.
which is pretty much, George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Who's playing as Matt Damon's character?
Maybe Sarah Paulson? Maybe.
It depends on who you would know. But, like, I don't think it's a 1-to-1 in terms of, like, who's who. Besides just the Matt Damon and George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. I don't know why I thought I was gonna make a mistake saying that.
Clooney.
Clooney?
you gave up on the Clooney.
Clooney?
Clooney.
Clooney?
Clooney.
Bullock and Blanchett are the only ones I really like in the movie. Like, they have legit
Same here.
chemistry there, but like the rest I'm like, he can be replaced by anyone at this
Yeah,
point.
you can be replaced. That's the sad part, is that other than, like, the only like pull that they had, other than the fact that it was a remake, is the fact that a lot of the women are really again, they're all really popular in their own right. But the problem is the writing for everyone else besides the main two was very lackluster.
Yeah.
It's
And
just kind of
I mean, I guess we gotta give props to the ones who made, Ocean's 11 to 13, because they gave everybody their spotlight evenly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe not evenly, but it was proper in a way. But this one, it was mostly like, you kind of just wanted to focus on Sandra Bullock and Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
You didn't really care for the others, and I completely forgot, because I just looked it up now, that Rihanna was in this movie.
Yeah, Rihanna was in this movie. I
Like, who was
completely
she?
forgot that Rihanna was in the movie.
Her name was 8-Ball?
Yeah, April.
I mean, musicians don't exactly make for the best actors usually.
No,
Or
yeah,
at least,
that's
like,
true.
No, they
at
don't.
least ones who do exclusively music.
But yeah, like if Clooney and Pitt were saying these words or saying this dialogue, would I be just as interested? Not really. Not much.
No, it's just strictly on writing. I think this movie would have gone well if it's just written differently.
Yeah.
Well, like a lot of movies.
Like a lot of movies.
Yeah,
we're
that's,
talking
I
about.
mean that's a lot of the strengths. That's a lot of the what I like to think as a writer, like
I'm looking at you,
the
everything I mentioned.
weaknesses.
This movie would have been good if it wasn't this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been good if it was done better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, the writing was
Water
bad,
is wet.
but I would have liked good writing.
It's just me going like this. You're just seasoning my topic.
I'm not sure if Edwin and Nina have seen the Jurassic World movies, so
I
those
have
count as
watched
remakes?
the one with
I only
Chris
saw the
Pratt.
first one.
The one with Chris Pratt, that first one. I only saw that one. The one where they're in
Oh,
the
sorry.
little hamster
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
But wow, does it not age well for me at least? The first one.
Dude, what do you mean it hasn't aged well? It's just been out for like a couple of years.
Yeah, that's such a lot.
Lost for quite a while now.
It was kind of bad to begin with, so like,
So,
yeah.
you can just say it's
Jurassic
just
World
bad.
came out 2015, that was 6 years ago.
Okay, I'll give it this. First time watching Jurassic World. It was... For me, I liked it. Because, like, I want Jurassic Park back.
The nostalgia hit you?
Yeah, nostalgia hit me like a bitch. And, like...
Same.
I
Yeah.
just liked everything after the first one, so.
Here we go again.
Watch yourself, Ed. Watch.
You just called him Enzo?
Want me to
I
say it
said
again?
Edwin.
Want me to say it again?
Disliked everything after the first one.
Thing is that like, you know, a lot of what the factor that a lot of people come back for is nostalgia when it comes to these remakes.
That's true.
That's what they're hoping to tap into is your nostalgia because it's new material. It's old material packaged in something beautifully new and shiny because wow, you updated something that we love and we have more material based off of the original things that we like. And you know, it's not entirely bad, but the thing is that like when you're only basing your movie off of this nostalgia factor and kind of tweaking certain things just to update it slightly because you don't want to copy, you don't want to completely just plagiarize an original movie. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of just sad.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when you do that, like, when you, like, try to reboot it like that and make those, like, tiny little changes to, like, cater to a more modern audience, it's this weird sort of catch-22 situation where you end up alienating both old fans of the property and new fans of the property. Because the old fans, they come back, like you said, for nostalgia, right? So they just want to see this thing that they loved when they were younger, and so they go into the movie and then they'll be disappointed because it's not the same thing. And for a lot of people, it's hard to grasp that it's never going to be the same thing. Not like for one, the cast is all different usually, so and just the entire crew behind the movie is different, right? So even if you had all the same like writing cues in place, it's never going to be the same. But at the same time, if you're trying too hard to tap into that nostalgia factor, it's easy to get lost in that, and so newer audiences can't really get invested. So you're kind of just fucked on all ends.
Yeah,
If that
and,
makes sense.
and with
Wait.
with the
Oh, go on, just go on.
with the Jurassic World, I hate the fact that they turned the first one was about the dangers of playing God, and this one is just a by the numbers monster movie almost, where it's like there's no magic anymore. Everything else is spectacle with like the big what do you call it? Deus Ex stars that has flippers. Like that's all the spectacle at this point.
No, I kind of agree with what Nina and Edwin said though. Like, they really tapped into our nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because I do remember going out of the theater and I was messaging Enzo, like, dude, I just watched Jurassic World, and then at the same time we both said, "Did you cry when we went back to the old park?" I was like, "Shit, they got us good."
got us
They got us
good.
good.
Corporate got us good. But like I don't know, I hated it that it tried to tap into our like nostalgia to make us like it. And the more I watch this movie, I'm still entertained. It's just a pretty fun monster movie, but then again, it lacks the philosophy, it lacks the magic that Steven Spielberg gave us in the first Jurassic Park movie. And I don't know, like growing up now and just rewatching it just hurt me. I was like, fuck you.
Well, I mean that's part of it too, because like, saying a movie has magic is a very difficult thing to sort of
Capture,
Emulate.
emulate.
emulate is the word I was looking for. Because when you talk about movie magic, it's very much a lightning in a bottle kind of situation, right?
Yeah.
Where everything's just like you have everything that goes like perfect for this movie at this point in time. And so when you're talking about that movie magic, it's almost impossible to like replicate it in any like meaningful way, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's also something on the audience side, right? Is if you're going into a reboot expecting the same magic, then prepare to be disappointed, because it's probably not going to happen. It could happen, but it might not. It probably won't. Like 8 times out of 10, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is that a lot of the times too, these movies that we've watched that are getting rebooted, remade, whatever, they tend to be movies that we watched when we were kids. And when you're a child, seeing dinosaurs on this big screen is something wonderful. It's a great thing. But you know, when you get older, you know, there's you kind of get more jaded. I don't want to say you get more jaded, but like you kind of do.
No.
how
If they
bad?
actually made a park of real dinosaurs, I'm going. Doesn't
I'm
matter
not
what
talking
chaos
about
theory.
I'm not talking about a weird.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
yeah,
the
that's not-
movie.
Yeah, that's not the topic here. We're talking about like
Hello?
the movies.
Oh, okay,
Hello?
just making sure. I was like, no, the magic's still in there. It's still in here.
Oh my god, that's not what I was
Kindle.
talking about. Were you listening? All you heard was dinosaurs and went,
No,
oh!
I immediately got offended.
Ay, nako.
But yeah, go on,
But you know what I mean? A lot of these movies that are have nostalgia factor, these Disney movies, the Jurassic World reboot, they're movies that we watched when we were younger. And magic like that as a child, you know? It's hard to emulate as an adult. Not to say that it can't not be, but you know, there's just trying. It's like what Edwin said. It's a lightning in a bottle. To replicate something like that 8 out of 10 times, it's not gonna happen, and it just doesn't help the older you get when you either get more jaded or movies just don't seem to have that same magic unless they're really, 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 really good. Like I remember the last movie that gave me that kind of magic was, weirdly enough, and I'm not saying it in the nostalgic like I'm a child sense, but the same kind of movie that wowed me was Parasite. And that was a few years ago, and that was a really great movie. So that's really difficult to emulate because movies like that only come around every so often. And not to say like but a lot of the movies nowadays tend to just, there have to be average ones for there to be great ones. That's what I say.
Yeah, and
Oh no, Jomar, I get that you want dinosaurs.
I want people to play God.
and these movies that reboot popular older franchises have a double task to, like what Evan said, capturing lighting in the bottle and tapping into our nostalgia to be like, please care about this again, because we're coming back with this, and hopefully we do it well. But most of the time, it's just like we come out of it being like, it's not as good as the first one or the original.
Yeah. Although I am quite excited to see the Ghostbusters just because I really do like Paul Rudd.
I really hope
I like
it's
the
good.
Same here.
cast. I like the cast. The cast is great, and they even brought
I
back
think who
the
knows? This
original.
might be the lightning in a bottle movie.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Here's
it could happen.
and then there's Cowboy Bebop. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
We were
It's
talking
not out
about
yet,
that
so we
earlier.
can't talk about it.
Yeah, we can't talk about it yet. We can't talk about Ghostbusters yet. What else is coming up that we're optimistic for, at least?
Like reboot wise?
Yeah, reboot or remake wise, whatever, no, whatever catches your attention.
There's this Gundam movie that's coming.
I'm just kidding. You're allowed to, no. It's hard for me to get into Gundam. I'm not a mecha person.
No, it's not about the mechas.
You can see Jomer's face be like,
It's about the principles of people. The corruption. The oppressed. Space noids. Innovator. Wait, wrong.
anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Wrong franchise, bro.
I'm sorry.
Any other
No.
any other bad reboots you want to shit on before we move on to some of the good ones?
Robocop.
Robocop's fine.
Oh yeah, you guys talked about Robocop.
I mean, it wasn't great, but it was fine. It was. Majority of it was kind of boring, in my opinion.
Did the new Terminator movies count?
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking hell, I forgot about those.
From like Salvation onwards.
Dude, cause like they, cause like I swear, they didn't just remake it. They did the whole thing again, like erasing timelines.
Just as worse though.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Salvation up to Genesis, was it? Oh no, Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
Yeah.
Like Salvation, I'll give Salvation this. It tries something new. That's the most I'll ever give it. But with like
Thank you for agreeing with me, Enzo.
Genesis and Dark Fate, like this is the same fucking story again, over and over. Why can't you make up something new?
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Like Genesis was just bad, and Dark Fate is like, wow, it's the same story again. What were we doing here?
What were you doing that was new? Wait, maybe this might be a good one, but didn't the X-Men technically get a reboot in First Class?
We can do that one. Do the.
Does
good
that count
one.
as a good one
Yeah,
for you guys?
Does that count as a prequel though? I don't know.
not really. I mean, prequel to the 2001, sure.
Okay.
But also technically like a soft reboot,
Yeah.
kind of, to a certain
Okay.
extent. Like
They are kind of erasing the past kind of deal.
yeah, I don't know. It's a no. I was just wondering to my head, like, does that count? No, but whatever.
Tell us in the
What else?
comments.
Did you guys watch the Rocky movie? Was it Creed?
Creed.
Creed is great.
Does that count as a good? Sorry, I'm just pulling up the
Yes.
good movies because I
Yes.
only.
Well,
Yes.
like Creed is based. Well, I'd say Creed is more like a sequel. Since
Yeah, that's true. A sequel that it is.
Damn it, I wanted to talk about Creed.
But like it re-energizes the Rocky franchise as a whole, because like
Yeah, re-energized. Maybe that's a better no. Yeah.
One thing I will say though.
it's a franchise revival.
yeah.
Yeah, revival.
The first movie does not, in my opinion, age well. Like, it's good to watch as your first sitting, but as you watch it again, you kind of see it drags a lot. Like,
Mm.
you will fall asleep on your second watch, unless you're that kind of guy who doesn't fall asleep on boxing movies. Then good for you.
Another good reboot comes to mind is the J.J. Abrams one. Is
Star Trek.
yes. What
Star
do you think?
Trek?
What do you think I was
Oh.
gonna say? But yeah, Star Trek is good. I like the fact that Pine and Zachary Quinto don't try to do an imitation of Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. They're their own. They make the characters their own. Same with John Cho and Simon Pegg. So this is a very not unique, but like a very fresh take on the Star Trek lore.
Yeah, I enjoyed those movies.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those movies. I didn't know.
In my opinion, I kind of like the trilogy. I mean, sure, second one's like maybe the worst, but
Really now?
Which
I
one's
like
the
the
second
third.
one? Oh my god, I have to know.
Dark
Sorry,
Side.
I'm just googling.
I was gonna say Dark Side of the Moon. That's the other sequel.
Wrath of
Oh,
Khan.
franchise.
I like Wrath of Khan though. I like Benedict Cumberbatch's Khan. I thought he was great as Khan.
Wait, is it called Draft? No, that's the old movie, man.
Yeah. Fuck.
Is it?
Into
is it
Darkness.
Dark Side? Into
Dark-
Darkness. See, it's something Darkness.
I'm confused for a bit.
The Darkness.
Into Darkness. It's Into Darkness and then Beyond.
But yeah, it's a consistently good.
I believe in a thing
trilogy.
called love.
I thought it-
You don't know that song?
You know what? I wish was a reboot. It's
What?
it's Bumblebee. I wish that was a reboot, but it's not.
What is it like a prequel
Unfortunately.
kind of deal?
Someone with Haley Steinfeld, right?
Yeah, because it's so good. But knowing that it follows up with trash, kind of sucks. Because
I like
like
it,
I
yeah.
don't know, it really felt like the old Transformers shows that I used to watch, and like especially the beginning scene. Like holy shit!
Definitely re-energizes it after years of trash.
I felt really bad bringing my mom to watching one of the Transformers movies
Which one
because
did you bring her to?
I don't remember, but it was really long. It was at the time and an age where action movies always were really fun to watch. But this was the first action movie that made me realize, like, wow, this really there's nothing going on except explosions. And I was like, and I felt really bad bringing my mom to it because I was excited to watch it and she just fell asleep all throughout it and I felt really bad.
I mean, those are parents in general.
That's true, that is parents in general, but the movie it was really not good, so I was kind of like, oh.
So then the entire time, Tito's just, and Nina's like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, I spent money on this.
Speaking of
Yeah, I know. Well, my mom spent money on it, not me.
speaking of another sci-fi reboot, I think the modern Planet of the Apes trilogy is one of the best trilogies
It's
out
really good.
there.
Yeah.
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 Like, how do you make an ape one of the best modern characters of all time? And that's how you do it. It's better than, the 2001 Tim Burton remake, where it's like, I can really notice how Mark Wahlberg breathes. Like, what am I watching? Jesus Christ, what is this movie?
I'm in a different planet.
How's your mother?
Also, the new apes movies are just relatable because apes together.
It's strong.
Wrong. Monkey
Oh my
brain.
God, I haven't
strong.
heard that in a while.
Yeah. So that's my life philosophy right there.
Dead gorilla,
together.
strong.
Strong.
Sorry, Nina.
No, I'm just I get stressed watching those movies because I don't want anything bad to happen to the monkeys.
To the monkeys.
I don't want anything. I'm really like, I really get sad when I see like animals getting hurt, even if there's CGI. Like the principle of animals getting hurt really makes me sad. So when I watch that movie, I'm kind of like, oh my god, please don't hurt the monkeys.
Yeah. Speaking of animals getting hurt, can we talk about the Godzilla movies?
Hey!
Hey! Oh
Wait,
my
which
God.
one? 2014 or 1998?
Fuck that! 2014! Because 98 is like...
Yeah, the new ones, specifically King of Monsters.
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, this is the only time when I could see animals hurt each other without
Well,
any remorse.
they're kaiju. Right, kaiju is the right term.
They're animals. They got beating hearts. They got souls.
Well, according to the Bible, I just...
And according to
Really
the
going
Bible,
really going
all
that
animals
route? Like, King of Monsters is amazing. Both movies are better than what we got in 98, because 98 is like, it's incredible how you make
We don't talk about the 98 one.
a monster movie that's just boring. Like, I don't care about anyone in this movie.
Bulimic Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
my god damn, it doesn't even breathe fire. America, what the hell?
Like, well, what the new Godzilla movies get right is it's none of that boring human shit. Nobody watches Godzilla for the human shit. Who the fuck gives a fuck? Like, who gives a shit? Like, humans think they can fuck off and die for all I care. Godzilla beating the shit out of King Ghidorah.
Ooh.
We wanted that thing that represented the nuke that dropped on our land. Come on.
I had to check because I was like, which one did I watch?
Also,
I forgot which did I watch.
also Kong.
It's not King of Monsters. It's wrong.
No,
It's the second one.
Kong Skull Island is a better reboot of Kong versus the Peter Jackson one, where it's like, wow, thanks guys. This is a pretty
Kong
good-
versus Jack Black.
Like, why is Jack Black in this? At least in Kong Skull Island, like, this is fun.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Jack Black didn't like crack a joke in the Peter Jackson one. I was like,
yeah,
damn,
that's a bad miscast. Like, why?
what the
Why?
hell, man?
But Kong Skull Island's pretty fun. Like, everybody's good in it. I like how Brie Larson has more emotion in that one than in, Captain Marvel. Like, that's kind of funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, because in Captain Marvel, it was all, I am strong female hero. I am cool and emotionless.
I'm sorry to those who are watching that the men are the ones talking about
I'm
it.
sorry. I started.
I'm joking.
I'm not sorry either.
Like,
look, you could show these, properly, but come
yeah,
on.
Like if you have a problem with my opinions on Captain Marvel, leave
it in the
section
comments.
below,
Yeah.
and I will be glad to square up and throw hands.
Or I will be glad to do a full video of us doing so.
You already
Yeah.
did.
Nope, we did not.
We did not.
Yeah, you did. You did Captain Marvel, didn't you?
Nah,
No.
nah.
We're saving that for when the sequel comes out. So
Be
Oh.
ready.
be ready for that. Anyway, speaking of superheroes, Nina already touched on First Class. Well, two other superhero reboots that I really like are Man of Steel and Batman Begins, because those are the top levels of superhero reboots for me. Like, I love Batman Begins. I kind of like it more than The Dark Knight. That's just my opinion. What? And Man of Steel is the best Superman movie we've ever gotten, in my opinion. I'm sorry if you're
Agreed.
old
No,
Superman fan.
For me,
but-
it's the best.
Yeah. I love
Minus the
Christopher Reeve.
tentacle thing.
Oh yeah,
Minus the tentacle thing.
I love Christopher Reeve, but Henry Cavill as Superman is just perfect for the character.
Yeah, I also love Christopher Reeve, but he's dead. So
Loving someone just because they're dead, though.
What did he have?
that's
What
a
does that
huge
have anything to do with anything?
No. What was he sick from again?
Got paralyzed, and then he just died from complication from that.
Okay.
Yeah, because he got like injured while playing cricket or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think he got crushed by a fucking horse. Jesus Christ, poor guy.
Yeah. So,
Right.
some horseback related accident.
Polo, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
basta.
Then he just fucking died.
No, okay. I'm not laughing at the situation of Christopher Reeves dying. I'm just laughing at Edwin's
Edwin's-
comedic timing. Like, oh, this asshole made me laugh. It's such a horrible thing.
Any
He's the
other
Joker to my Batman.
any other reboots that come to mind?
Dread.
Finally, fuck, Dread's
Oh.
amazing.
Dread was so fucking good. I swear, to all the Raid fans, you will love Dread.
Yes.
Like, because I like, as I'm saying right now, I am not trying to sound insulting or something. They have the same exact DNAs, same exact like premise, but done completely different, and they both nail it. Like legit, they both nail it. And I'm so sad that Dread is so underrated and
It
not a
is.
lot of people like it.
That's the unfortunate part about this. Like, not a lot of people watched it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only thing. Like, the marketing for it was shit.
Yeah, because like I really wanted to know more of the world, because I wanted to get like a somewhat of a Blade Runner-esque treatment where we get to see the world of Dread and what it's about. Because you're just here in the apartment, but you kind of get the sense of the place, of the universe that they're in. Oh, they did that pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, that opens up a point I wanted to bring up though, which is what makes these reboot movies so good versus the ones we talked about earlier, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier about understanding why people love the original and not just that people love the original, right? Because if you try to just do what the original did, like beat by beat or like whatever, without really understanding the driving force of why people loved it, like the idea behind it, like all you're gonna end up with is a cheap imitation. But if you take the concept of what people love about the original, like for Godzilla, big monster fights, like that's the prevailing idea, and then you take that and you do it in a new and interesting way. Or with Star Trek, it's the exploration of the unknown, right? And all the philosophical ideas explored by the Starship Enterprise or its crew, right? And you take that and you put and you examine it in a different light, like with the new like Abrams movies, then you make it a lot easier on yourself because you're not just relying on nostalgia anymore, and because like you're actually trying at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and when old audiences come to watch it, if you succeed at what you're trying to do, which is like trying to carry on that idea or concept behind what made the original so great, then you tap into that nostalgia while not making it the entire focus of your movie.
Yes.
And that also opens it up to newer audiences because you're actually trying to make a story here.
Yes, definitely. And sometimes reboots or remakes exceed the original, like say Scarface. Like we all know the Al Pacino one, rather than the 1930s one, because they did such a great job in bringing that world and character to life. And like I'm not sure if it's a total reboot, but it doesn't definitely re-energizes the franchise, which is Mad Max Fury Road, which I think we all like very much so. Like the old ones were really good, but like Fury Road just amps it up. And like sure, it's kind of a simple story, but everything going into it, it's like this is how you re-energize a franchise or a series for a future generation. And I hope we get more of the reboots and remakes like this, instead of the ones we talked about earlier, where there's little to no effort at all or understanding of why they were successful in the first place.
Yeah, because I think.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Just like real quick, I guess before you go on, like, I guess like what the core of what I'm trying to say is what makes what makes a good reboot versus a bad reboot is the amount of heart in the movie.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think that's what I said earlier. Na parang there has to be the spirit of the movie, and there has to be a certain amount of respect for the original material, but also enough that you want to, kind of, either innovate or augment. Make it's still the piece that you're making, regardless of whether or not it's a reboot, a remake, re-energizing the franchise. It's still its own material. You still have to separate yourself from the original in a certain way, but you should still have the spirit of the original and what made the original so loved in the first place. But change it in a way that's interesting for audiences right now, So,
Like,
yeah.
Respect the original material, but don't revere it.
Yeah,
one way to
exactly.
say it, I guess.
Before we wrap things up, any other reboots or remakes you want to throw in there? I mean, I think the It movies are pretty good.
Oh right, there was that. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
My God,
movies.
Yes.
I completely forgot about that.
Sorry, I love those movies. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Like the first one, super. Like it's a horror movie that I still like up till this day, completely love. Like I know at the time I didn't watch the original ones, but oh my god, like watching that for the first time, I was like, if this is the spirit of the original movies, like I think I'd enjoy both the reboot as well as the original, just because again, like the spirit of it was there and it was so fun to watch, but also so terrifying for someone like me who's a baby with horror movies.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is one of the only Stephen King movies that actually really scared me.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, The Mist is pretty scary. In my
Oh, The Mist scared me too. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no, that's a Stephen King
yeah,
movie.
It is.
Huh. Oh my
But
god.
okay. Yeah, those are like maybe the only two Stephen King movies that actually really scared me, because it doesn't really scare me that much. His kind of concept doesn't really scare me that much, but it kind of really scared me, especially when I was watching it in the theaters.
I watched it in theaters, and then I watched The Mist on HBO. That was actually my first horror movie ever, like ever. The Mist.
Is that the one
I
with
couldn't-
Christopher Lambert or Punisher?
I don't know. It was just the
Punisher.
first one.
Oh, okay. See,
It was
there we go
really,
again.
really. Because The Mist there's the show The Mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the movie. I watched the movie and that in HBO. I remember HBO watching it as a child. Like I would change the channel and then I would go back to it because I was so intrigued to find out what happened, but I would get so scared. That's how I know I was about it.
I think that's where my fear of insects stemmed from. It was either that or eight-legged freaks. Let's go on, man. Those things were huge.
Um, but yeah, before we wrap up, is there any other? Is there a franchise that you would like to see rebooted, or rebooted in a way that
I had an anime in mind.
respects
I
it?
I think anime's fine. Yeah.
I wanted Promise Neverland season 2 again, but just do it right.
Just real children.
No! I didn't like the drive back. Hello? Joma, what is your obsession with killing real people? I think you have a problem.
It's the next step to proper cinema.
Yeah.
Hello? No, but I want
True
a
cinema.
chance. I wanted them to redo season 2, like not like complete. It doesn't have to be like completely faithful, but like you should don't change everything that made the next arc really interesting. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys watched it or read it, but if you did, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
We won't spoil it for these people right now.
Yeah, we won't spoil it for them, but
Yeah,
there's a certain part that
I do know
was
what
very
you're talking about.
pivotal.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. If we're including anime on this in this question though, Tokyo Ghoul deserves a proper adaptation.
Oh my god! I swear to God, yes. I watched this. I read the manga for so long. I was like,
Yeah.
this is not in the anime. What happened? I
Yeah,
swear to
exactly.
God.
Like give it to another fucking studio. Fuck, give it to like Bones or some shit, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Bones would do it really good.
Yeah, Bones are like 8-bit would be.
Yeah.
would be-
Since
yeah.
if we're going off anime topic, I would like to see, since they're doing Cowboy Bebop, I would like to see a Samurai Champloo. If this Cowboy Bebop goes well.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a live action Samurai Champloo?
Yeah. Like-
That's not a bad idea, I would say. If they got the right people for it, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack better be banging. Like, I swear.
Yeah. Well, for me, if you could remake the sequels, that'd be very nice. But
The
anyway.
sequels never
The
happened.
sequels to what? Sequels of what,
The
sorry?
sequels never happened.
Oh, okay.
What are you
sure.
talking about?
We're playing that game,
What are
sure.
you talking
Yeah, the sequel trilogy never happened.
Sure.
Mando was pretty good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Mando's pretty good. It's pretty lit.
Mando's pretty good.
So is
Yeah. Mando was good, and that was it.
yeah. Vision's
That was
pretty.
like,
too.
yeah, that was the only thing that came after the original 6 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: I know they're trying to remake, redo, or reboot both Back to the Future and Princess Bride, and I swear to God, Hollywood, you better do that right, or just leave the originals alone, please. If you don't have the best intentions, like we've said, if you don't have the best intentions, what's the fucking point?
What do you mean best intentions? It's all about the money. What are you talking about?
Shut the fuck up! No,
I know how corporate talks.
fuck
Yes.
corporate.
We all know.
Yes, but yeah, that's pretty much our video on movie reboots and remakes. What do you guys think? If you want to have a civil discussion, sure. If you want to fight, sure. But if you want to tell us how cool we are, that'd be nice too. Anyway, you can find us on Facebook,
I guess.
I guess. Facebook.com/Geeks and Degenerates. We have a Discord community, so we can battle in private if you want to. We'll have a lot more coming down the pipeline. Also, support our friends at Slurp Entertainment Media. They're pretty cool too. They stream almost daily, so please tell them we've sent you. But for the rest of these people, Jomer, Edwinina, where can people find you separately if they so choose to?
You can find me on the street. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Urity. UR1TY. Links will be in the description below.
My Instagram and Twitch are Nina. I don't have an active Twitter. That's it.
You can find me at JomGOM, all caps, and Instagram. I like to do art. What's up? It's on. Yeah. That's all I have to give. Don't follow me. Don't follow me anywhere else, even on the street. I will kill you.
Oh, wow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching our videos. Continue to stay safe, wear a mask, social distance, get vaccinated if you can, all that jazz. And we'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh.